Hi, this is John with Online Verve, and in this video I want to talk about some real tips for how to succeed online and how to make money online. And this video is for you if you have been, kind of floundering, struggling, not really sure where to go, what step to take, what direction, and if this whole online thing just seems confusing and overwhelming, then I think this video is going to be for you. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and watch for more information. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use this whiteboard to just kind of help us out here. And so how to succeed online. First, I just want to go do an overview. And I want to start by just saying that making money online is simple, but it is not necessarily easy, right? So let's go ahead and we'll start with that. So simple meaning that it isn't necessarily hard to make money online, but it also is not easy. All right, simple does not necessarily equal easy in this case. And so it's very simple, meaning really the whole concept behind making money online is to get people, or many times we just say traffic. So you just want to get people to your product or your offer, what you're trying to sell. So you just want to get those people to your offer or your product. Okay, so that's what I mean by it's simple. I mean, that really is it. Once you get people to your offer, then a certain percentage of them will make a purchase and you'll make money. So it is simple. However, this is not easy. It is not necessarily easy to get people to your offer and to convert them into sales. Now, finding a product or an offer, that is actually pretty easy. So you can do this several ways. You can sell as an affiliate where you promote other people's products. You could buy a product that has resale rights or white label rights, and you could sell that product as your own, or you could make your own product. So finding the offer or the product is not really the difficult part. And this product could be really anything. It could be a digital product like an ebook, an article. It could be software, a video course, any kind of digital product. Or it can be a physical product, things that you might sell on sites like Etsy or Amazon or through drop shipping or having an e-commerce site. Now, your product also could just be a service that you offer people. Those could be SEO services. It could be creating videos, doing graphic design work, creating websites. It could be a service, right? So it can be a digital product. It can be a physical product. It could be a service that you offer. Now, the difficult part for most people is right here, is getting people to your offer, okay? And so let's talk about that a little bit, right? This is what we call the traffic part. Traffic, which is traffic essentially, is just getting people to your offer. And this is where most people struggle. So I'm not going to go into any kind of great detail about traffic. But this is the part that tends to be very confusing, overwhelming. The good news, though, is there are tons of people online that nowadays are used to buying online. They are used to spending money online. And so the good news is there is actually lots of traffic online. And so it's out there. It just depends on how you want to get that traffic to your product, to your offer. Okay, so let's talk about some of these traffic opportunity or different ways that you could get traffic. Let me clear all this out. So lots of different ways that you can get traffic. Let's go ahead and we're gonna make this bigger here. So there is what's called free traffic. Now, free traffic is free in the sense that you don't pay for it. However, it is not free in that it takes a lot of effort on your part and can take a lot of time on your part. So even though you spend money on it, you do spend with your time and with your effort. So free traffic does take much more time and effort on your part, but once you have an established traffic flow, then it can be easier. So it's kind of like pushing a rock, a big rock. It might be hard to get that thing rolling, but once you get it rolling, then its own momentum takes over, and free traffic can actually work really, really well. Nice thing is that these, don't cost anything, but it does unfortunately take time and effort. So what are some examples of free traffic sources? Well, those free traffic sources could be anything like YouTube. Try to write with this. It could be getting traffic from social media like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, etc. It could be using search engine optimization, SEO, from blogging or other websites, etc. And so this is number one, free traffic. No cost, but it does take time, it does take effort, and is not always as easy as it may seem. But it can work well once you get it up and going. So the next type of traffic is paid traffic. Paid traffic, as the name implies, is going to cost money. Okay, so paid traffic will cost money, but the big difference between paid traffic and free traffic is that paid traffic will get you traffic very, very fast, almost immediately. So the nice thing about this is it's like turning on a water faucet. Water comes out right away. Traffic comes out right away once you turn on paid traffic. So different examples of paid traffic. These could be buying ads from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. So instead of getting free traffic from those sources, instead you pay to run ads on those sites. It could also be buying ads like native ads, solo ads, banner ads, and other types of ads. And it also includes such sources as buying ads through Google Ads or Microsoft Ads or other similar type ad sites. Now, again, the nice thing is paid traffic is very, very fast. The downside is it costs money. So if you're looking for fast traffic, it's great. The challenge is most of these paid traffic sources have a fairly steep learning curve. And the problem then is you can spend a lot of money without necessarily making any sales. And so it's actually very common to lose money on testing your paid traffic campaign and then having to spend more money to fine-tune that campaign before you start actually making profits, if you make any profits at all. So it's not unusual at all with paid traffic to actually have a losing campaign where you're spending money on ads for traffic, you're not making any sales, and unfortunately you lose money. But that's the name of the game with paid traffic, is it does take quite a bit of trial and error. Now, there is a third type of traffic, and I call this, let me get this down here, I call this hybrid traffic, because it's kind of a mix of free traffic and paid traffic. And let me just explain to you what I mean by that. So hybrid traffic has a free component to it, but it's really a variation of paid traffic, because you are actually paying for this traffic. It's just you don't pay up front. With paid traffic, you do have to put your money up front or establish a budget, and then that budget gets spent as the traffic comes in. So let's say instead you want to use this hybrid approach. The advantages are that you don't have to pay for the traffic until after a sale has been made. So an example of this is affiliate marketing, right? That's essentially hybrid traffic. So a product seller, they have their product they want to sell, and they're willing to pay a commission to an affiliate who makes a sale for them, but they only pay that commission after the sale has occurred. And so the product sellers, they're getting free traffic to their product from their affiliate partners, but then they only pay for that traffic after a sale is made by an affiliate. So another place that you see hybrid traffic is on most freelance sites. Sites like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, etc. I do a lot of work on Fiverr, and the great thing is that Fiverr has a lot of built-in traffic. There's a lot of people that go to Fiverr every single day looking for all kinds of services. And what they do is they place an order. The person on Fiverr fulfills that order, and once the order is complete, then I make my commission, and Fiverr takes their cut for their part. And so, essentially, I'm getting free traffic, but I pay for it on the back end after the work is done. But hey, I don't mind doing that because there's a lot of free traffic that's built in, and I just pay for it when I finish an order. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear all this out, and let's talk now about mindset. Mindset is super, super important, okay? It's very important to have the right mindset, to have the right frame of mind, to have the right view, to have a long-term view. So let's talk about that. This is where I think people can make a lot of mistakes, and it can get very frustrating. So I started working online in 2012. And to be honest, I really had no idea what I was doing. But like most people, I was very intrigued by the thought of making money from my computer while I sleep or while sitting at the beach, right? That's usually what you see and hear about. And that is possible. Now, at that time, I really didn't have any technical skills. I didn't have any marketing skills, sales training. I didn't really have anything. So I had to start from ground zero. I really just had a dream and I had a goal. So I spent money on courses to learn. In fact, I spent a lot of money, okay? And some of you can maybe relate to this, where you just spend, it feels like you're just spending money. And maybe you're learning from these courses. I spent money on software. And, a lot of these things seem to always promise the next great thing, right? They promise fast money, fast results. They promise, if you bought this software, if you bought this course, that, you were going to be making big money fast, overnight, in a minute, in 15 minutes. They always have these kind of crazy claims. And when you're first starting out, you fall for that because you want to believe it's true. So, I really very quickly developed what a lot of times is called shiny object syndrome, or sometimes just SOS, right? Shiny object syndrome. When something just looks so great, so promising, so shiny and new, and they wouldn't lie to me, right? Just to make some money. I mean, they wouldn't lie to me just to make me open my wallet and buy their course or their product. Unfortunately, they would. Now, I have mostly overcome, I'd say probably 99% overcome shiny object syndrome, although it's still easy to fall into it, just because that appeal of fast and easy money, it's appealing, right? That's why they call it shiny object syndrome. But what I have learned over all these years is that there's a lot of people that are selling online, and they really have no morals, no ethics, and they're more than happy to sell their grandmother for $7. Or maybe $5 on the exit pop-up on their sales page. So it's important as you go through to try to learn as quickly as you can who is trustworthy online, who is honorable, and then really focus and follow those people. Learn from those people. And the most important lesson that I learned very early on from someone is that I need to do something every day to move my online business forward, right? So it's I can't I guess really stress this enough. I want to write this down because it is, I think, super, super important that you have the mindset of you're going to do something every day to move your business forward. Okay? There's really, a common saying that I think is very true. If you treat your online business like a hobby, then you're going to make hobby money. So you need to treat your online business like a real business if you want to make real money. Now, the fact of the matter is that the barrier of entry is what usually causes problems for people. Let's use an example. Say you wanted to open a McDonald's franchise, right? A McDonald's franchise costs, now this actually is probably low, it's probably more than this, but last time I heard about it, it cost about $500,000 to open a McDonald's franchise. So you need to have $5,000 available in order to open a new McDonald's restaurant. So if you did, now, first of all, having $500,000 to open a new McDonald's, that right there is a high financial barrier of entry, and is obviously a problem for a lot of people. They don't have that kind of money sitting around to open a new McDonald's. But let's just say you did spend $500,000 to open a new McDonald's. How hard do you think you would work to make sure that it is a success? Well, I think you would probably work day and night. And you would only want to surround yourself with other positive, hardworking people. You would not have time for bad attitudes, and you would not have time for lazy work ethics. You would want to make sure that your $500,000 investment to open that new McDonald's was not wasted, and that you would start seeing profits as quickly as possible. Now, unfortunately, the opposite is what tends to happen when starting an online business. And the reason is because the cost to start an online business is very low, very low. For example, and so it's easy to start an online business. For example, you could pay just $5 a month for hosting and have a WordPress website up quickly and ready to make sales for just $5 a month. Okay? Almost anybody can do that, right? It costs nothing, right? It costs $0, zero, to start a YouTube channel or a Facebook group or an Instagram account. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to join some of the biggest affiliate networks, ClickBank, JVZoo, ShareASale. It costs you nothing. Okay? So, and say you decide to branch into email marketing. Most email autoresponders only cost $15 a month. Very low. So it's a very low cost. Only a few dollars a month, maybe $0 a month to start an online business. And that is what tends to be the problem for a lot of people. The financial burden is low, so most people do not put in the same effort. They don't have the same mindset as if they had spent $500,000 to open a new McDonald's location. And so you need to be disciplined, you need to be focused to make sure you move your online business forward every day. Every day. Okay? Now, there's lots of ways to move your online business forward every day. And that could be maybe you're learning a new skill. It could be researching products to sell on your Amazon store. It could be creating your own product to sell. It could be almost anything. However, it's very important that you need to be doing something every day. You need to stay positive and you got to stay focused. Now, you might struggle to learn that skill and it might seem impossible to find that new product to sell on Amazon. There's always going to be hurdles. And there are a lot of things that could derail your progress, but do not allow them to. Keep a positive mindset, stay focused, and do something every day to move your online business forward. All right, so now that we've kind of talked about the mindset, you need to have a plan. Okay, so let me... let's just go here and talk about a plan. So, plan. A plan could really be almost anything, okay? But you've got to have a plan. The plan, let me do this real quick here. Okay. The plan. What's the plan? So now that you have the overview, you got mindset, doing something every day, stay positive, focus. You need to develop a plan for how you want to make money online. And this is where it can get confusing for people because this is where they can certainly get stuck and they can fall into what's commonly called the paralysis of analysis, where you just think, you overthink, and because you overthink, you don't end up doing anything, right? So you want to make sure you take, but you do want to make sure you take some time and you think about your plan. But you don't want to overthink it and then never get started. Okay, so it's kind of this balance where you do want to take some time and think about it, but you don't want to overthink it and never do anything. So the first question you need to consider is, what method do I want to use to make money online? Okay, so what method do you want to use? And this is an important question because you have several options about how to make money online. There's lots of different ways, there's lots of different methods you can use, and there's not a right or a wrong method, but you need to consider what your options are and then decide on one method and pursue it. Now, you could sell your own products, or you can be an affiliate and sell other people's products. You can sell digital products, or you can sell physical products, or you can sell your services to others, right? Just like we talked about at the beginning. But you need to decide on the niche for your method, for your online business. And just remember that a niche is nothing more than a market segment that has a focus. Now, most people do better by getting into more specific niches, which are commonly called sub-niches. For example, let's say you're thinking maybe you want to get into, let me go back here. Let's say you want to get into the weight loss niche, okay? Now, weight loss is a very broad niche. So let's say instead you get that more focused into a sub-niche, which is exercise for weight loss, okay? But you could even further sub-niche that down, and let's say you get into a niche that is about using kettlebells for exercise for weight loss, okay? And so hopefully now you're starting to see how you can take the plan here, you can niche it down, and the more specific that niche is, the better you'll do. Okay, so you got to decide on what method, how do you want to go about making money online, and then what niche do you want to get into. Again, weight loss is a very broad niche. Exercise for weight loss is a sub-niche, which is more specific. Because, right, weight loss could be about dieting, it could be about exercising, it could be about getting good sleep, you know, it could be about supplements and medications, it could be about different plans for weight loss. So weight loss is super broad. Now, exercise for weight loss is certainly more focused, but then you can get even more focused with a sub-niche like maybe kettlebells for exercise for weight loss, okay? So these are just examples of a niche and a sub-niche and even a more specific sub-niche. Now, what do you need to do next? You need to decide how. Let's go ahead and erase this and start anew. You need to decide what method that you're going to use for this, okay? And there can be a lot of different methods. So I'm just going to jot down a few of them here, and you can then what you have to do is make the decision, which of these methods do I want to use to pursue sales related to my niche, or ideally your sub niche, right? So this could be like selling on Amazon FBA. FBA is fulfilled by Amazon. That's kind of a actually nice way to sell because you just send in products to Amazon and Amazon does all the work. Okay, so you could look into doing that. Amazon, you know, you could, if you like writing, you could sell books on Amazon Kindle. You can do drop shipping. I'm not going to necessarily explain all these just because you can go ahead and find more information by using Google and YouTube, right? Use your resources. You can do e-commerce. Those are, most people think of those like Shopify stores. You can set up an Etsy account, sell things on Etsy. You can start a blog and make money through blogging. Maybe if you like video, you set up a YouTube channel, or TikTok is, you know, kind of big right now. You could pursue marketing. One method is marketing via social media. So social media marketing may be an option. You could email marketing can be a focus. You can do freelance work. Again, there's tons of freelance sites. You can provide services. You could be a service provider. Again, that could be SEO, search engine optimization services. That could be graphics. That could be copywriting. You know, there's lots of different services that people need to run an online business, or even a physical business, and you could provide those services for people. So these are just different methods of how you can make money online, and so you want to pick one. Now, obviously, this is not an exhaustive list. There's many other methods to making money online, but you do need to pick one, and you need to get proficient at it before you try considering adding in another method. Now, several of these methods can complement each other very well. However, you still need to stay focused on just one when you're getting started. Now, eventually, you can expand and add other methods after you become proficient at the first method that you choose. Now, when you're deciding what method you want to start with, you need to think about what your strengths are. Don't just try to, do what is hot at the time or popular right now. So, for example, in 2012, when I started with a blog because that seemed to be popular. That seemed to be what everybody else was doing. And so I tried to follow by example and start a blog. But the fact of the matter is, I don't like writing all that much. Okay, I find writing tedious and difficult, and so therefore a blog was not a great fit for me. Now, I've tried several other methods online since then. Amazon Kindle was, kind of really big for a period, and so I tried that. But again, I don't like writing, so not a great choice. Drop shipping was popular, but it didn't appeal to me, so I never really got into drop shipping. Did Amazon FBA, and it was actually quite successful with that for several years, but it was more effort and commitment than I preferred, and so I decided that wasn't for me long term. I've dabbled in YouTube and for several years, kind of started a channel, but was never really very consistent with it, and you do need to be consistent, be successful on YouTube. And also, it took me some time to overcome my fears of talking on camera or hearing my own voice. And that does stop a lot of people. But that did improve, and now YouTube is really a big focus of mine going forward. And so over the years, I've learned lots of different skills from WordPress, creating websites, email marketing, video creation. And so I also offer freelance services, and that has been very successful for me as well. And so I offer services to help other people with their online business while I'm also building my other online business. So that's why I say I have a couple different methods that I'm doing right now, but I think it's important for you to think about what your strengths are, pick one method, and then become proficient at it. And after you become proficient at it, then you could add another method. All right, so let's continue on, and I want to talk about the process. So at this point, hopefully, you've decided on your niche, ideally even a sub-niche, and that you've decided on the method that you want to pursue and develop for your online business. And so now, what you need to do is find out who are the honest and the best teachers for your method. So let's say you want to pursue YouTube as your method of making money online. Then what you need to do is find out who are the best teachers and what are the best courses that you can learn from. You need to do the same if your method is something else. Maybe if your method's Etsy or Amazon FBA or blogging. You need to find out who the best teachers are and what the best courses are to learn from. Now, this is going to require some investment on your part, okay? It's going to require some money. Please understand, and I say this from experience and as a warning to you, that any course that you buy for less than $20 is probably not going to be very complete or very thorough. They usually are probably going to teach just some flash in the pan method that maybe worked and it doesn't work anymore, so now they're going to teach it as a way to make some money. But you're going to buy it and it's not really going to work, or it's not going to be complete, or it's not going to be thorough, or it's only going to teach one of the 10 steps you need and you're not going to know the other 9 steps. So please be very, very careful. Now, there can be some good courses out there, but very, very difficult to find a good course under $20, sometimes even under $50, that really have the information that you need. Now, don't get me wrong. I have purchased a lot of $7 and $10 and $15 courses over the years, okay? And to be honest, some of them have taught me some tricks, and they helped my overall business. So I did learn some things that I could add to my arsenal of making money online. But still, they did not really teach complete business models, okay? So I don't want to knock them completely, because you may take away a nugget or two that can help. But they're really not the best way to learn online. Now, the best courses that have propelled my online business cost anywhere from $97 on the low end. Okay, so I bought a course, and it included software, just over a year ago for $97. Now, I implemented the training and the software in that course. And about a year, over the past year, that $97 ended up netting well over $40,000 for me in my online business. And so that was a no-brainer. That was very much worth it. I turned that $97 investment, and it resulted in over $40,000 in profits over the past year for me. And that is just one of the things I do online. So now, the same person that I purchased this $97 training and course from recently offered a training for $997. Okay? I've bought lots of courses from this person. Some of his courses were $15, and they were actually, good. But most of the things I bought from him have been in this $97 range. Now, when he offered this course last month for $997, I did have to stop and think, because that is a big investment, okay? So certainly not something to, not take a minute and at least think about it. But I trust this person. I know he does what he says. I know he makes what he does. He makes the money he makes. I know he does really care about helping people be successful. And I know that when he puts out a training, it's because he's using it himself in his own online business. And the course I bought last year for $97, I can say easily, directly, made me over $40,000 in online profits. And so I don't think it's unrealistic that this $997 course that I just purchased last month could make me $400,000 in profits this year from what I'm learning and implementing from this course. So it was a no-brainer really in the end, even though, yes, it was like, ooh, $1,000, that's a lot of money. I saw what $97 made me, and I think it's very realistic that this $997 course can turn into a lot of profit as well. So please look at your investment into courses and training, as an investment in yourself and in your business. So I have nothing to sell in this video. I just strictly wanted to try to give a little overview and hopefully help people that are struggling, that maybe need some focus. They're not sure where to go. They don't really have a clear plan. And I hope this laid it out and will give you that plan so that you can have a little clarity and go forward. Please feel free to reach out, ask me questions. Be happy to help. And again, I hope this helped you all with a little clarity and a little bit of direction in going forward. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to get updates when new videos come out, and please press the like button for the video as well. Thanks so much.